Hi, this is Dara. Today I'm going to be talking about multiple choice number 21 on the dynamics test. The question stated, you hold a block on a horizontal frictionless surface. It is connected by a string that passes over a pulley to a vertically hanging block. What is the magnitude of acceleration of the hanging object after you release the block on the horizontal surface? The answer for this question is A, less than G. Let's see why. So the block 1, which we will call as M1, lies on a horizontal surface on a flat table. Let's say it's a flat table and it has no friction. And the M2 is being pulled by the pulley. And at first I thought the answer was C, less equal to G, because since there's no friction on M1, the acceleration would be the the gravity of the M2 because there's no force pulling M1 back. However, I failed to realize that we have to look at the whole system as a whole in this question. We can't just look at M2 or M1, we have to look at both and we have to look at the whole system. So let's see how this can be done. So first I found that I should find the force of M2, and we know the formula for force is mass times acceleration. In this case it would be G. So on the left side of my equation I set M2, which is the mass, times G, which can be substituted by the force of the whole system, would be the force exerted by simply M2. So we can use the force of M2 as a whole force. So it's M2 times G is equal to the mass of the whole system. So the mass of the whole system in this case is M1 plus M2 times the acceleration. So in this case what we're trying to do is isolate the acceleration because we want to find the acceleration. So we put acceleration on one side and we isolate that variable, and we see that M2 over M1 plus M2 times G is the equation. Now we know that M2 is less than M1 plus M2. So we know that this would be a fraction less than 1. So anything less than 1 times G would, so the acceleration is equal to the acceleration. So the acceleration would automatically be less than G. So the answer is therefore A, less than G. Thank you.